Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. Start of a new week, guys, or start of a new month, actually. July is going to be a good one. I can feel it coming. Yesterday, I did take a couple trades. I unfortunately went into the office, wasn't able to record most of them, came back. It was a break-even day. I think I was down 18 bucks or something per account. Nothing too crazy, so I just didn't update you guys or update the video. But today, same mindset, guys. Not worried about the wins and losses, 100% focused on the process. And today, we're going to make sure we're disciplined, patient, execute to the best of our abilities, accept losses if they do happen, when they do happen, and move on to the next setup. So let's take a look at the chart, see what levels we might have, and any trades we might take. Okay, guys, we're going to run through my analysis super quick. I'm here on the daily right now, NQ daily. As you guys see, price has just been going up for the last few days. Yesterday, price decided to consolidate, give a little pullback on the daily. Again, this is daily. Here we do have a nice, very big imbalance. This orange box, price expecting to come down here, tap into this, and give another leg higher. If we look at the 4-hour, we can see a couple more pivots here we have marked out. Here's one pivot, major pivot right here that we have marked out on the chart. Here's another one right here, right before the daily imbalance. So if price could come down here, tap into this, we'll be interested in potential long. As you guys see here, price is giving a decent reaction off of this pivot right here. This was a 4-hour pivot, came down, swept it, and now is giving a move higher. Sorry about that. Let's look at the hourly. We have a couple more pivots here against lower time frame swing pivots. These are hourly, but still have decent price action once price comes into it. If price could come tap into this, I'd be interested in potential short continuation lower. Again, we have this one up above and then another pivot slightly higher. Again, we're not interested in making any rash decisions. We're going to wait for one of our levels to be tapped into, give a clean setup, and once the setup is there, we have no ifs, ands, or buts. We have to jump in on it. So I'll be back in a little bit, and I'll update you guys shortly. Okay, guys, we just got tapped in on that long or that short there. As you guys see here, we did have this buy side liquidity. Prices swept up above it. If I zoom out to the higher time frame, you guys see here 4-hour pivot right here. Price came through that, tapped above it. This is the first valid setup that you guys see here. Change in state of delivery occurred right here on this candle close, gave this nice decent sized gap. Once price comes back into the gap, I'm expecting a continuation, a little move lower. Taking partials at plus 1R, the rest off at plus 2R. If price wants to go against me here, take me out for a full minus 1R loser. It is what it is. Don't control any of that, but I do control the process, and this is the first valid setup of the day. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you guys know how it plays out. All right, guys, so this one was a quick and just a pretty quick loss right there. Took me in, never saw a single tick of profit. Took me in and took me right out as soon as that happened. Don't know how long I was in that trade for, probably just a couple of seconds though. 1 minute, 57 seconds, 2 minutes in the trade, minus 1R. It is what it is. We'll look for the next valid setup and I'll update you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so we are in on this short. Again, price, basically the same thesis as the previous one. Price came through to H4, gave a valid setup here, broke above that, came through, swept a little higher, gave another valid setup, and now we are in again. Change of state of delivery happened here on the M2, fair value gap right here. Price pulled back into it, stop loss at the pivot high. We are in it, and we'll see. Again, partials at plus 1R here. The rest of it's at plus 2R. We're just along for the ride. We've seen this setup play out plenty of times during the back testing, during forward testing, and now we're just in it, and we'll see how it plays out. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, guys, so here we are following up on the setup here a couple minutes afterwards. As you guys see here, price has tapped into my plus 1R. I took half of the position off. Now the rest of the position is at stop loss to break even, and no more risk on the trade. And now we're just going to let it play out to either hit plus 2R or move all the way back up to our break even, and we'll see how it goes. So right now, price is tapping into lower time frame pivots right here. We'll see how it wants to react, if it wants to sweep below that and give another move higher, or if it just wants to break below that and push a little bit lower to our TP. So I'll be back in a bit. All right, guys, so price did pull back. Took me out break even on this trade. Unfortunately, price did sweep this lower time frame pivot and gave that reaction I was expecting off of this sweep, and came back, took me out break even. I moved my stop loss a little bit in profit, and it came through and took me out just by a little. Don't know what the price is going to do right now, but it's currently 8:30 to 10 o'clock. You guys know it's my lunchtime. I'm not going to be looking at the charts, not going to look to take any other trades. We're going to wait until 10 o'clock and see where price is at that point, and see if any valid setups we could take after that. So I'll be back, and I'll update you guys here in a couple minutes. Okay, guys, here we are back in the charts, hourly chart here. It's currently 10:01. So as you guys, as I mentioned earlier, at 10 o'clock, New York usually comes back after lunch, and I usually get price movement and volume back into the market after that. So what we have here, what we're looking at, we're interested in is a potential long. If price wants to come tap into this imbalance that price left earlier on in the day. So price comes down here, taps into this, we'll look for an M2 setup and a potential long. If price wants to come up here, sweep this level that we still have marked out on the chart. A lot of traders are trying to get in on this short the same way I got in on the short earlier. And now all the stop losses are above here from yesterday's New York session high and today's New York AM session. So you got a lot of stop losses up here, and price wants to come up here, sweep all that, give a valid setup. I'll be interested in that short, targeting this earlier hourly imbalance. So I'll be back in a little bit, and I'll update you guys with what happens next. All right, guys, I have an order to go short here. Boom, we are in there. Reasoning behind this, as you guys, I called out earlier, this pivot high right here was swept earlier. As soon as, well, at 10 o'clock when volume came back in the market, price created this change on state of delivery right here on this M2 candle close. It did not create a fair value gap on that initial. Price did come back down here, closed below again. On this continuation is where you see the fair value gap. Price came back into it, tapped into it. I am in. That is the reasoning behind this setup. We'll see how it wants to play out. We still have a double bottom right here, which I'm kind of targeting, where price is close to my +1 target. A lot of confluences on this trade, but again, we do not control the outcome of this trade. Doesn't matter how good the trade might be, you still have a possibility of losing. So we're in it now. Don't control any of that, and we're just gonna be along for the ride, and I'll update you guys here in a bit. All right, guys. So here is the results of the trade. We were in it for about an hour and 40 minutes. As you guys see here, price came super close to getting me out for for +1R and the break-even target. As I mentioned earlier, this double bottom here was where I was expecting price to come to tap into. I was expecting it to go a little bit lower. I think we were 1.5 points away from getting to the target, and unfortunately, it did not hit. Price then pulled back, chopped around, and ultimately came back, took me out for full -1R. It is unfortunate. It is what it is. That's just traded for you, right? Accept the losers, move on. Currently 12:08. We might be interested in another setup. This is an hourly sweep that we just did right now. If we can get a change the state of delivery and a valid M2 setup, then I'll be interested in potential setup. But again, we don't take trades close to the market on closing balance. We're 40 minutes away. But we'll stay active, and we'll see if we can get anything. I'll be back. Okay, guys. Potential short here. Well, we just got filled. Here, same thesis as I just mentioned previously before. You guys see here, this was the sweep above the hourly pivot. Boom, price came through. Changes in the state of delivery happened right here on this candle close. Here's the gap that I was waiting for price to tap into. It might have, on MNQ I got filled. On NQ I haven't, it doesn't look like it's tapped into it yet. So we are in on this short, and we're going to see how it all plays out. Last trade of the day, most likely, 12:22. And again, we're just along for the ride. We don't control any of this. We're getting valid setups. We're jumping in. We're making sure we execute to the best of our ability. And that's it. So I'll be back in a little bit, and I'll let you guys know how it plays out. All right, guys. Time is currently 12:49. Market on closing balance comes out in about 30 seconds. As you guys know, I moved my stop loss to break even regardless where price is at, just because I don't like the volatility. I don't like the gamble of the news coming out and potentially taking me out for a full loss or anything like that. So I keep my targets wherever they're at. So you guys see +1, +2 are still set, but stop loss has been moved to 830.5. Right now, market on closing balance comes out in 10 seconds. I'll stay live here, and we'll see what the price wants to do. If we get taken out for in profit, or if we get taken out for our break even target there. So here we are, market on imbalance, claim out. Boom. So that is it for me, guys. That took me out. It is what it is. I'm calling it a day there. I'll go ahead and show you guys the PNLs here in a bit. Okay, guys, here we are back on the charts. Going to show you guys the PNLs for the day, but thankfully, as you guys see here on the charts right now, thankfully we got stopped out break even. That's why we move our stop loss to break even. The market on closing balance could be very volatile. News comes out and price moves super quickly, and as you see here, would have gone against us for a full -1R. So good thing we were taken out. So today, I'll go ahead and show you guys the PNLs. Not the best trading day. Took a couple losses there. We were close to a couple trades. We weren't able to finish off the day with a couple winners, but we managed the losing day, kept it minimal, right? Finish off the day, I think, -1.5R. Here you guys see, of course, the Apex funded accounts are -$300. I think we finished 4 trades, 2 losers, one winner, and 1 partial winner, and 1 break even. Here you guys see the executions of all the trades. I'll go ahead. My funded futures -$360. Take profit -$320, and Tradeify -$360. Not the worst day, not the best day, guys. we're managing risk. $300 isn't anything crazy. Minus 1.5 R, not too bad. Yesterday, I think we were break even. Overall, in the week, I think we're pretty close to break even, minus $100 or so. Nothing terrible. We're managing our risk for the days when we begin to take wins and stack up our wins. We're going to make sure we overcome all of these losses on those days. So it is what it is. We stayed patient. We stayed disciplined. We followed the rules. We took our trades. We executed properly. And unfortunately, just a business expense, right? That's all we can write it off as. So we are done for the day. We'll be back tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.